everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you are new. Today I am going to be sharing with you my productive yet relaxing morning routine. I am working from home since the quarantine, and so a few things in my routine have changed that I wanted to share with you. The very first thing that I do once my alarm goes off around 6 a.m. is reach for my phone and open up my YouVersion Bible app, and I start out by reading the verse of the day. I will be honest, I have been trying to be much more intentional about spending more time with the Lord every day and just having a better prayer life and making sure my relationship with Him is strong. So while I'm working through that and just trying to focus on it more, I am at a very minimum making sure that I am reading the verse of the day just to make sure that I'm feeding my spirit and setting myself up to have the best day possible. And after that, I will just kind of scroll on my phone a little bit, checking my personal email, my work email. I'll also check my bank accounts, my credit card statement, just to make sure nothing crazy happened overnight. So just taking a minute to make sure everything is in order before I get started with the rest of my day. The next thing I'm gonna do is open up my curtains, and I love doing this first thing in the morning just to let in some natural light and just check out the weather to see what it's looking like for the day. I don't have a chance to do this every morning, especially when I'm rushing, but on mornings where I'm able to just kind of take it a little bit slower and relax, I do like to just take a minute and look outside and take in a little bit of nature. Next thing I'm gonna do is start on my vitamins, which I take several throughout the morning, but the very first one I start with is my iron supplement. It's one that has to dissolve slowly in my mouth, so I like to get that going first thing. And the next thing I'm gonna do is jump over into the kitchen to get Coco's breakfast ready. If you're new to my channel, I have a 4.5, almost 5-year-old Morkie puppy, and she eats just twice a day, breakfast and dinner. So here I am preparing her breakfast. She does take a joint supplement every morning with her breakfast, so I went ahead and put that in the bowl. And then I'm gonna also grab a couple of treats out of her treat jar because she is going to come running and looking for me as soon as she's done with her breakfast, because she knows she gets rewarded when she eats all of her food. So I like to just go ahead and grab those out of the jar before I even feed her. That way I have them with me and she can come find me wherever I happen to be in the house, and I can just give them to her once she's done eating. The other thing that I do, which I know is a little bit extra, but I do put just a few drops of water and I pop her food in the microwave for about 10 or 15 seconds. And I do this because she's actually on prescription food. She has a very sensitive tummy, and I think that sometimes she gets bored with the flavor of her food. So I like to heat it up just to enhance the flavor. I think it makes it a little bit stronger and she likes it that way. Coco is just like her mommy. She is very routine oriented, so she knows that it is breakfast time and that she needs to wait patiently before she can eat. So I'll show you a little clip of that now. Coco, sit, stay, release. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let her finish her breakfast, and while she's doing that, I am going to open up her blinds to let a little bit of natural light in there as well. Then I'm gonna move back into the kitchen, but before I head to my next task, you can see that Coco is done eating her breakfast, so she came looking for her treat. So the next thing I'm going to do is work on a morning chore. Now, I don't unload the dishwasher every morning, but I do try to find some chore to do every single morning in order to help stay on top of my housework. So in addition to making my bed every morning, I try to do something else that only takes about 5 or 10 minutes, but I'm finding that it's helping keep on top of things. So that might be unloading the dishwasher like I did this morning. It could be wiping down my countertops. Maybe it's folding a load of laundry or getting a load of laundry started. But just something that I can do that's really quick to, again, stay on top of my housework, and also just to have that sense of accomplishment and productivity first thing in the morning. And it just helps me feel better as I get started with my day. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of my morning vitamins. So I have a multivitamin, an elderberry vitamin for immune support, and a probiotic for digestive support. I do also take a B12 supplement, but I read an article that your body can only absorb so much of an individual supplement at one time. And so since there is some B12 in my multivitamin, I wait and take the separate B12 later in the day. That way my body can absorb as much of it as possible. All right, and next thing I'm gonna do is fill up my water bottle. And this is actually the same water bottle that I was using when I was going to work in the office. And I find that if I go ahead and fill my water bottle up first thing in the morning, I am way more likely to drink water throughout the day, and I don't have an excuse that I don't have it with me. So I like to go ahead and take care of that first thing. So now I'm gonna pop back over into my room to get started with my oral hygiene routine. I am a huge oral hygiene person, so I actually hold my mouthwash in my mouth for a really long time. Upwards of 10, 15, 20 minutes sometimes, which I know is a little bit unorthodox, but it works for me. And so because it takes so long, I do have to make sure that I'm able to multitask and do other things to keep my morning routine going and to stay productive as I'm getting ready. So here I just popped back over into my room and slipped my Apple Watch on, and then went ahead and started making up my bed, which again is something that I do every morning. If you're new to my channel, you may not know, but this is something that is very important to me, and I actually find it very therapeutic to make my bed every morning. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to making my bed, but I enjoy doing it, and I like the feeling of accomplishment that I have once it is done. That way I know that if I don't get anything else done during the day, I have at least made my bed, and once I come back into my room, it's nice and clean and neat and tidy. And now that my bed is made, that is 2 chores done. It's not even 8 a.m., so I feel great about that. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and lay out my clothes. Again, working from home, I have the luxury of wearing super comfy clothes, so I'm just going to be throwing on a pair of lounge pants and a workout top. I'm also gonna go ahead and lay out my workout clothes. I have recently updated my routine to actually work out in the mornings now, but at the time that I filmed this video, I was still working out in the evenings, and I found it very helpful to go ahead and lay out my workout clothes before I got started with my day in order to feel a little bit more motivated in the evenings to get my workout in. All right, so I think my mouthwash has been in for an ample amount of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and brush and floss my teeth. Now, I will be very honest, I do not floss my teeth every day. I am not the most consistent with that, and I need to be better. I think I did it this day because I was reminded since I was filming, but it is not something that I do every day. I'm not gonna lie about that. What's the old saying? Only floss the teeth you want to keep, something like that. So yeah, I know I need to be better about flossing every day, but I guess sometimes is better than never, so there's that. So next I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my skincare routine. So whenever I take my shower at night and I wash my face, I do not use another cleanser on my skin in the mornings. I'll just use a warm washcloth so that I'm not over cleansing and drying out my skin. So I'll just use the cloth to get off any excess oils, but I don't use another cleanser. So I'm using the skincare line, and I am starting out with the chamomile toner. I absolutely love this line. I actually found it through another YouTuber that I follow, and her mom actually is an esthetician and has her own skincare line. So I've been using this for years. Their products are all natural and they have really benefited my skin, so I use them faithfully. So now I'm just gonna go in with my day cream, which does have SPF 25. I think that's important even though I'm not necessarily going outside, and it does not leave a greasy residue. It's nice and light, but it moisturizes, and I love the way it feels on my skin. And can we just take a moment for the little dot of moisturizer that got caught in my nostril? Clearly I am a professional beauty vlogger. Anyway, let's move on. I'm gonna go ahead and just moisturize my lips with some Aquaphor. And then here I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the skincare line that I use. The cleansers are actually in my bathroom, but these are all of the moisturizers and eye creams that I use. So again, I will leave a link to their website in the description box below. Highly recommend it. All right, the last part of my morning routine is making my breakfast before I get to work. So I typically have just a green smoothie for breakfast, and my smoothies are mostly veggies and just a little bit of fruit and yogurt. This is the way I get in a majority of my fruits and fresh veggies for the day. And so I'd like to jam pack it with as many leafy greens as will fit in there. So you can see I am packing it to the top with some spinach. I'm going to then just top it off with a little almond milk for protein and to help it blend up really well. And then I'm going to use my Ninja blender to mix it up. I really love this blender. I actually just got it a couple months ago when my previous blender stopped working, but I really like the size of this one. It doesn't take up much space on my countertop at all, yet it's really powerful, and it came with two sizes of the cups, so the small one that I'm using as well as a really big one. But the other thing I really like about it is that it makes for less cleanup because you can drink the smoothie out of the same cup that you blend it in. So I love that it makes less dishes than the one I was using before. All right, so that's it. That's the end of my morning routine. I'm gonna go ahead and get to work now. Things are just a little bit different now that I'm working from home 100% of the time. Obviously, the types of clothes I wear and that sort of thing. So just wanted to kind of share that with you all and let you know how I get ready for my day. I do think it's important that even though we are in quarantine and whether we work from home just during this season or always, I think it's super important to still just get ready for the day. I know for me, it just makes me feel like I can be more productive even though I'm wearing comfortable clothes. I'm not just staying in my pajamas all day. I'm actually getting dressed and washing my face and just kind of doing all the normal things that I would do to get myself ready for the day. And it just makes me feel a lot more accomplished once I am ready to kind of get my morning started. So if you are maybe feeling like you're in a rut or just feeling a little off because you feel like you're at home all the time, maybe try updating your morning routine to be a little bit more structured, or to just include some of those things that maybe you've done in the past when normally you're gonna get up and go out for the day. Just do some of those things in the morning before you start working, and it might help you. I know it's helped me out tremendously. So anyway, I hope you all really enjoyed today's video. If you like videos like this, please give me a big thumbs up. That'll let me know to continue making additional routine videos for you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.